The old house stood on Pirajá Street, a quiet sentinel from a bygone era, whispering stories of the family that had lived within its walls for generations. When Clara and Leo first stepped inside, hand in hand, a sense of inherited history enveloped them. It was charming, yes, with its sturdy brick and the scent of aged wood, but it was also a labyrinth of shadows and cramped spaces. Low ceilings pressed down, walls divided every function, and the sunlight, so abundant outside in bustling São Paulo, struggled to penetrate its depths. Their beloved golden retriever, Soul, padded through the narrow corridors with an air of quiet resignation, as if sensing the house's stifled breath. This venerable dwelling, for all its lineage, simply didn't fit the vibrant, open life they envisioned. The decision to embark on a radical transformation was not made lightly. They imagined shared meals spilling from kitchen to garden, lazy afternoons bathed in sunlight, and evenings filled with laughter echoing through an unburdened space. Their architects, a studio BRA, listened intently, sketching possibilities, articulating a vision that resonated deeply with their desire for contemporary living. It became clear that a mere facelift wouldn't suffice. The very bones of the house needed to be reborn. The demolition began, a cathartic symphony of deconstruction that stripped away the confines of the past, leaving only a resilient segment of the original solid brick masonry, a humble homage to its former self, now serving as a structural anchor. What emerged from the dust and debris was an exhilarating void, a narrow urban lot, just 4 by 24 meters, laid bare and pregnant with possibility. This empty canvas was soon reimagined into a dynamic, multi-layered dwelling, ascending through 3 distinct levels: the communal embrace of the ground floor, the serene privacy of the upper suites, and the unexpected tranquility of the roof garden. Each level was designed to complement the others, creating a cohesive living experience. The moment they first walked through the newly landscaped front setback, a verdant tunnel of native Atlantic forest species, it was as if the house itself was extending an invitation. The journey began with this sensory overture, leading them to the pivot door and its accompanying sliding glass frame. When fully retracted, these doors dissolved the barrier between indoors and out, seamlessly extending the social heart of the home into the lush embrace of the front garden. This fluid transition immediately set the tone for the open and connected living they craved. Stepping inside, the ground floor unfolded as a single, breathable entity. The kitchen, with its bespoke cabinetry crafted from warm carpentry and the cool touch of hydraulic tile underfoot, flowed effortlessly into the dining area, anchored by a striking marble cooking island. This island wasn't just a surface, it was an organizer, delineating the culinary workspace from the clear pathway leading into the living area. At 3.60 by 5.15 meters, the combined space felt expansive, a testament to thoughtful design that maximized every inch without a single vertical closure to interrupt the visual dialogue. The living room was a steady and honest architecture, where the structure itself became art. Cylindrical metal pillars stood like silent guardians, supporting robust metal beams and panel slabs. The remaining solid bricks, now exposed, added a raw, tactile warmth, a memory of the original structure integrated into the new. Even the metal sheet shelving, designed specifically for this space, seemed to emerge organically from the very fabric of the room, offering both utility and an industrial elegance. This exposed framework celebrated the house's reinvention, a stark contrast to the hidden complexities of its former life. The true heart of the ground floor, however, lay nestled between the living room and the barbecue area, the central garden. Here, a magnificent jabuticabira tree stood, its gnarled branches reaching towards the sky, its trunk a testament to resilience. Transplanted in the final stages of construction, it was more than just a beautiful focal point. It was a living, breathing element that offered cooling shade and, in due time, a bounty of sweet, purple fruits. This gentle giant became a symbol of the home's renewed connection to nature, an effortless provider of both comfort and sustenance. Beyond the jabuticabira, at the far end of the lot, lay the barbecue area and a discreet lavatory, nestled beneath a roof slab that cradled an assortment of medium-sized fruit trees. This outdoor space was designed for gathering, for sizzling meals and convivial evenings under the open sky. The continuity of the design, free from vertical obstructions, ensured that conversations and laughter flowed freely from the kitchen, through the living room, and out into this inviting extension of their social world, blurring the lines between inside and out. The ascent to the upper floor was an experience in itself, a dance of contrasting materials and forms. The staircase, a mixed structure of two distinct flights, seemed to float upwards without touching. The first, a sweep of polished reinforced concrete, felt grounded and sculptural, while the second, crafted from folded metal sheet, appeared almost weightless, a delicate origami in steel. This architectural journey led them to their private sanctuary, where the upper floor thoughtfully divided into two tranquil suites, each a haven of peace and privacy. Yet, the journey didn't end there. The middle staircase continued its graceful climb, extending all the way to the rooftop. Access was granted via an automated hatch, revealing the crowning jewel of the renovation, a vibrant roof garden. The new structure, combined with a raised floor ingeniously designed to conceal infrastructure, created a perfectly level surface for a lush lawn, a burgeoning vegetable patch, and a warm wooden deck. Even the laundry room and essential equipment were discreetly housed within a volume that could be opened for function or closed by perforated metal folding doors, maintaining the aesthetic harmony. This elevated oasis became their private haven, a place to cultivate, relax, and gaze upon the city skyline, a profound sense of peace settling over them. The Pirajá house, once a relic of a bygone era, had been reborn. It was no longer just a house belonging to a family, but a dynamic, breathing entity that embraced its inhabitants and the vibrant city around it. Clara, Leo, and Sol had found not just a renovated structure, but a home that resonated with their spirit, a space where light, nature, and open connection truly defined their new, contemporary life.